cute. Mr. Bean! On our first night in Penang, we decided to check out Kimberley Street fruit markets as they were a few blocks away from our hotel. We weren't really sure what to go for, so we followed the crowd to a cart that was selling soup kway teow, and I think we waited for about 20 minutes to get to the front of the queue. If I'm being completely honest, it was a dish that was probably not for me, but they must be doing something right considering they're in the Michelin guide. In saying that though, we did see the stall another night and there was no line at all, so I feel like it's just one of those where you just choose whether or not you want to fight the queue. I can say though that the braised pork belly and eggs were really tasty, so if you do decide to come here, I would definitely recommend going for those. If I can also give you a heads up on eating street food in Penang, it would be that you might be required to pay a seating charge unless you buy drinks or have dessert from a certain vendor. We had no idea on the first day, so we were a little bit confused but happy to pay considering it was only 1 ringgit. But one of our friends from Penang actually explained to us that the tables are usually owned by drinks or dessert store owners, so that's why there's a seating charge to basically cover the cleaning costs. This cost is usually waived if you then buy drinks or dessert from that vendor. Good morning! It is our first full day in Penang. Today we are going to Penang Hill to basically check out the area. We had breakfast at the hotel this morning and it was a nice little selection of like waves and stuff, so yeah, we're excited.
It's a good start.
Penang Hill.
Yes, let's go check it out.
Okay, alright, let's go. Waiting 10 minutes?
So.
So we've been waiting 10 minutes now for a grab ride. And yeah, if there's one thing that I can say about Malaysia and getting around, Grab is super cheap, but it's also really difficult to actually like get a driver. Across like us and our friends, we've had a few like Grab drivers who like just like drive loops, and after like about like 5 minutes you actually have to pay if you cancel the ride unless the driver cancels. So yeah, there's definitely a bit of foul play getting a Grab ride here, which is super frustrating when you're just trying to get somewhere. You're basically having to add on like another half an hour or like get there half an hour earlier, if that kind of makes sense, just in case you get a dodgy Grab driver. So yeah, it's a bit crap. Just realised your bum was in that shot.
You can blur it out.
So anyway, hopefully this guy, are we going down now?
Yeah, 3 minutes
Hopefully
away.
he's 3 minutes away and actually 3 minutes away, so yeah. It's a nice day. Once we finally got to Penang Hill, we bought tickets to ride on the funicular. It takes you up Penang Hill for some pretty cool views of the island, so I definitely recommend going on it, but I would also recommend taking the fast lane or getting an express lane ticket. The line's really hard to see from the outside and it's hidden pretty well and very bendy, so you can definitely save some time by getting an express pass, so I definitely would do that if I were to go again or if I knew how convoluted the line was. Made it!
Top of the hill.
It's a bit foggy. That's nice. What's everyone looking at? I'm not sure. What's that? I think that's the peak. Monkeys and things, aren't there? You spot anything? For lunch we went to Tok Tok Bamboo Mee, and they specialise in egg noodles that are kneaded with a bamboo pole. It's been consistently recommended in the Michelin guide, so we knew we wanted to check it out considering how close it was to our hotel. Got a barley and a nutmeg juice and some egg tarts.
Super flaky.
Yum! That's the roast pork that we got. That's the small version that we got there. So.
The smoke was nice. Not crispy though.
Meat's nice. It's not crispy.
Oh, look at that.
It's good. Smells good. Ooh, there's a little like pork crispy bits as well. My little wontons were hiding. Wow. Springy. Oh, yeah, great, thank you. Thanks so much. So anyway, now we're walking around, and then later this afternoon we're gonna go and make a custom keyboard, which I'm really keen about because the keyboard that I want is like some like Logitech Cloud one, and the keyboard itself I think was like $300, and then the mouse separately was like $150. So $450 for a keyboard and mouse I think is just a bit overpriced to me, maybe not to others, but yeah, a bit overpriced for me. So we're gonna do a custom keyboard here, which apparently costs around like 200, I think, Aussie, which is pretty damn cheap. So yeah, we'll bring you along for that experience. Coffee and keyboard. All right, shall we? Hi. Click and Brew make it pretty easy to build a custom keyboard, and I feel like they've really taken out any complexities that there might be for somebody who has no base knowledge on where to start. The process itself from start to finish took us both about 2 hours, and I ended up paying close to 645 ringgit, which roughly translated to around 230 Aussie. I thought this was really good value considering how customized the keyboard ends up being, and I opted to also get these little strawberry cakes on my keyboard, which was super cute. We learnt about the different types of materials that keyboard cases have, how different key designs sit flat or on a gradient, and different shapes for keys like round or square keys. The process itself is really intuitive once you have all the things you need, so I really appreciated how easy they made it. There is also a test that you can do to check that all the switches that you've put into your keyboard actually work, so I really appreciated that I walked out with a fully checked keyboard that actually works, which I could bring back home. This worked out to be way more amazing than I thought it could be, so I definitely recommend coming here. We then went to Vie En Rose Patisserie, which was really close by to Click and Brew, and we basically wanted somewhere to tuck in and have a quick snack because it was starting to rain, so we just wanted to kind of get out of that. The pastries and tarts honestly looked so freaking good, but I would definitely recommend coming here early as opposed to the afternoon like we did, because it looks like you'd have a better chance of getting more options. We ordered a pain au chocolat and also a mango tart, and you honestly just have to listen to the crisp on that pastry.
It's so crispy.
Is that the laps up?
Actually very nice.
It's a very weird straw. That's interesting. Oh, maybe it stops things from like coming up. Can you see it?
Yeah, I saw a bowl come out. It looked pretty good.
Looks good. So, how is it? Yeah? Prawn Mee? For dessert, we went to Red Garden because Mike said the last time he was here, he remembered that there was a really good peanut pancake here, and he was absolutely right. It was super delicious, but outside of that, I would say that the food here probably is a bit overpriced and a bit of a tourist trap. I honestly would say that I would still go back here for the crispy pancakes though, because honestly, this uncle was the cutest person I think we met on our whole entire trip. He was just honestly so freaking happy that he was just making these pancakes, and they are so cheap. They're 2 ringgit, and he is so excited to hand people out these plates of his pancakes. So I honestly would recommend going here, even if it's just for this pancake. This guy was so awesome.
Peanut pancakes. Crispy at the bottom, soft on the inside, and the peanuts are immense.
We decided to cap off the rest of our food hopping with dessert number 2 for Asian desserts, which are kind of like jellies and sweet soups. It was okay. I've definitely seen mixed reviews online, and for us we decided to get the mango pomelo chilled dahua with longan and osmanthus ayu jelly with lychee. The mango was definitely the better out of the 3. The other 2 were a little bit bland, but I really enjoyed the selection here. The next morning we went to Chowrasta Market, and I actually really enjoyed walking around here. There's a nice selection of like fresh grocers, like fruits and stuff, but also a bunch of like tidbits like biscuits, cakes, also toys and clothes as well. I definitely feel like it's a place that gives really good insight into local living, so I would definitely recommend coming here. There definitely is a good selection of hawker food that you can order here, so I would definitely give it a go if you're looking to check out one of the markets around the area. For breakfast, we actually ate at a place just across from the market, and we got prawn mee, which was only 6 ringgit. It was honestly the best prawn mee that we had on our whole trip. The broth was so good. The stock was rich as well and not like super salty. The char kway teow was also pretty good here as well, and the teh and coffee was a solid selection, so highly recommend visiting this stall. It's just across from the market. After breakfast, we walked down the street a little, and a few shops down there was actually a kitchenware store. You can call me crazy, but I actually feel like cups, salt and pepper shakers, and even little dishes make for great souvenirs when you've traveled to a city that has such strong food culture. This place sold the cups you would drink from at a hawker stall, soy sauce pourers and pepper shakers for soft-boiled eggs, and even a teh tarik teapot. Mike and I ended up buying a tiffin box, which is used to store food, but we're using this just as decor in our kitchen, and I am so in love with it. We spent our afternoon exploring Armenian Street, which is a street located in Georgetown loaded with rich cultural offerings and street art. It's a perfect place to explore if you're really into handmade goods as well. In addition to magnets, Mike and I like to buy paintings or prints from places we've been to, and Armenian Street really delivered on that front with a bunch of watercolor style prints of shop houses and buildings. We came across Heritage House 25, which is a collective selling locally designed art and handmade items from local designers and artists. Being somebody who was really into ceramics at one point, I really loved seeing all of the pottery there, and also these shop houses were just so cute that I just had to take one home with me.
Thank you. So many rainbows. Is that the pose? I'm not sure. Yeah.
We then visited Jetty, which is a renowned clan jetty in Georgetown. It was a waterfront settlement established by Chinese immigrants from the Chu clan. Although seemingly a tourist attraction now filled with various shops, it is very clear when walking around that there are definitely still people living in these houses on stilts. So definitely really worth checking out. I thought it was really interesting to be able to take a little peek back into history.
Actually still live here, that's the cars just keep coming. Okay. What do you feel like? At what?
Cornwallis.
Cornwallis. Let's go. Yeah, we're just gonna have a bit of a wander and then probably, oh, I almost rolled my ankle there. And then head to a shopping mall where there's aircon because it is stinking hot. So, yeah. Yeah.
Don't hit your head. For dinner we headed to New Lane, and I can honestly say that the variety at these food stalls was much broader compared to Kimberley Street and also Chulia Street. In terms of food quality though, I think it depends on the stall you go to, as Chulia Street did have some really good food. We ordered the Fan, which is steamed rice noodle rolls. This was pretty good. The noodles were soft and fresh, and I felt like they gave a decent amount of sauce as well, so that was pretty tasty. Would definitely recommend giving that a go. The asam laksa we ordered was just above average, if I can be completely honest, but there was a pretty chunky piece of mackerel in it, so it was decent considering value. The popia was definitely the highlight for us, and the wrap was super fresh and thin with a good chew, so would definitely recommend getting that.